My cousin Morgan used to work at Cartoon Network. He used to produce episodes of shows such as Chowder, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and others alongside a Filipino girl named Maria, and Vera, another girl who was of Korean descent. One day he had an idea for an episode of Chowder entitled Dead Mung. He gave me the script and the tape that he had made for Dead Mung, and he told me that he had written the original script while Maria revised the mistakes and Vera had done the animation for the tape. Naturally, I was excited because he had never brought home anything from work before. Looking at the title, I thought it was just some sort of morbid joke that he had made, and I figured it would turn out to just be a regular episode. When I did watch the tape, I was very dumbfounded. The original intro appeared as normal, except at the very end when the title was shown and it immediately cut to black afterwards. The usual clapping couldn't be heard either. Instead, there was a very low growl that lasted for what felt like an eternity. It wasn't like a regular dog growling either. It sounded more like a combination between a wolf and a grizzly bear getting angry and the creature was about to rip someone's face off. Then, the screen came up saying Dead Mung. It was nothing special. It was just black text in a very fancy font against a blood-red background. And then it showed Chowder trying to cook something like starfish fruit pudding in the kitchen. As usual, he kept messing up the dish, getting more frustrated each time he messed up, and continuing to mess up even more. At this time, Mung entered the kitchen. Thick, heavy smoke like the mist of dry ice filled the air because Chowder had burned whatever it was that he was making. Mung, now very upset, started yelling at Chowder. "You son of a burger! What the heck are you trying to do to me? Kill me? I'd like to see you try." At that moment, Chowder gouged out one of Mung's eyes with his bare hands, and blood began to pour profusely out of his master's eye sockets. He then shoved Mung in the oven. Mung struggled to breathe and get out and gasp for air. And then he asked one last thing. "What are you trying to make?" Chowder answered with, "Schnitzel." Mung burned to death in the oven. Chowder then took him out of the oven and let him cool. Then, after cooling, Chowder pulled out a butcher knife from his back pocket and ripped out all of the intestines and organs. Someone, a customer, had came in that moment and saw Chowder pulling out Mung's innards. Chowder threw the butcher knife, hitting the customer in the eyeball, skewering it. Chowder skinned Mung and threw it out. He began eating Mung with a demonic, demented, and distorted face while blood seeped out from his mouth. Truffles appeared and joined in on the feast. Chowder finished Mung and threw his bones away. Truffles then exited the room with blood dripping down her face. Chowder stared at the camera with that demonic, twisted look on his face for about 3 minutes. He screamed a banshee chipmunk-esque scream, like a chipmunk being tortured alive, and then the scream went to black. The text appeared in the plain dark blue font saying, "The End," against a river of blood with 5 unholy creatures that were very hard to see in the background. I asked my cousin why he had made this horrible cartoon, and he never answered me. A week later, I got a call from my puzzled aunt saying that he had murdered several children and was going to go to prison for it. I told her about the cartoon that he had made and how it was a Chowder cartoon that never got put in the air for obvious reasons. Now when I visit my cousin in prison, I try to ask why he made this cartoon. He still won't answer me, even to this day. And that, my little shadows, was Chowder Lost episode Dead Mung. My final thoughts on the story? For those of you who are wondering, that was me banging my head repeatedly on my keyboard. What was this? Like, genuinely speaking, what the hell was this? This wasn't anything! This was a crappy creepypasta based off of frickin' Chowder. And I narrated this not only once, not only twice, but 3 fucking times already. Why did I choose to narrate this? Why did I think it was a good idea to re-narrate this thing again? You know what? I'm not even going to put effects into this. It's not worth it. It's never going to be worth it. This entire thing is nothing else more but a giant dog, a heap of dog crap on top of another pile of dog crap. I mean, where do I begin with this story, people? There's blood, there's gore, there's spooky shit. There is spooky VHS tapes. There's no honest to God reason for why things honestly happen the way that they did. Then demonic spooky creatures. Woo! I mean, like, I was fully expecting the skeleton to literally pop out of this creepypasta. Like, no joke. The closet that I have over there, likely chances would probably had a freaking skeleton popping out of it because of how bad the story was. I mean, what would be the big reason for... Chowder would never kill Mung! Never! He's like a father to him! That was weird. Probably should have... Fuck it, I don't care. I don't care, people. I don't care. This story is crap. This story is full out dog crap, and I don't even know why it was ever liked to begin with. I mean, the screenshots, just MS Paint, weird, trippy LSD kind of crap. Like, even looking at it now, it's just, why does that exist? And, I love Chowder. I love the Chowder cartoon. Probably one of my favorite cartoons out there. This did nothing. It only furthered to sit there and just make this so much worse than it should have been. Oh my gosh, why? Just flat out, why? I mean, this episode, this story, it needs something. There's no rhyme for any of this happening. It's just, herp derp, I have spooky neighbor, derp derp derp. Oh, there's blood and gore everywhere. Derp, 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 derp. My purr got arrested. Derp, derp, derp. Did I forget to mention derp? Derp. That right there could have been a more horrifying creepypasta than this piece of shit. Honestly, 0 out of 10. Do I really have to even say it? 0 out of fucking 10. Will not read ever again. Especially given the fact that this also has a review, so I'm probably never ever going to touch this story ever again. But what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not? I doubt it. And what would you have done to help make the story a lot better? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm the Chowder Reader. Thanks again for watching today's episode. And like always, roll the outro because I'm out. In fear and surprise as your eyes widen, your mouth goes dry with each battered breath. You try to scream, your mind begs to leave. Glued to your computer screen, the killers they slash, the tapes burn and crash. The cartridge you bought will be your final haunt. The rituals of hate will seal your fate. The tears you shed will be from the fear-gripping horror-drift, nightmarish gore-filled, terrorizing, hateful, burning, violent, rage-inducing, knife-slashing, blood-splattering, silent screams. Only time will tell if you will escape this online hell. Your horror-filled obsessions will come with its own regressions. Your pathetic screams will not be heeded in any way, because your nightmares will come